What if Teddy slept 12 hours through last night with Nanny?
Like, I'm lucky if I get an hour.
Madness, absolute madness. But he's in incredible spirits today, and we are hoping this is the corner turned that we are hoping for, and we can finally get home, start to rebuild our life. This is the realistic side of finding out your child's got leukemia. Do not take life for granted.
For those who don't know us, this is me, Scott. This is my wife, Katie, and this is our son, Super Ted. We are the Bridge family, trying to get the most out of this rat race we all call life. On the 24th of February 2023, our whole world got turned upside down when we got told our 9-month-old son had been diagnosed with high-risk Aml Leukaemia. For anyone that doesn't know what that stands for, it's acute myeloid leukemia, which is a type of blood cancer. Yes, I said it. Cancer. As you can imagine, life froze. Every parent's worst nightmare was happening right in front of our eyes. With childhood cancer happening more and more frequently across the world, we decided to document our journey from start to finish to raise awareness and give cancer within children the exposure it deserves. We hope these videos give people a raw, detailed insight into what's involved, the treatment, the day-to-day hospital life, the emotions that come with having a child with cancer. So ladies and gentlemen, buckle up as we take you along on this whirlwind of a journey to save our son's life. And remember, live for today, as tomorrow is never promised. So if you're interested in following our journey, don't forget to like our video, subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you can stick with us on this battle against cancer.
What about Fat Piggy? Does he get some dinner?
Teddy, feed them with the spoon.
No. Oh, is Teddy hungry? I know who is hungry. Can you feed Peppa? Is she hungry?
With Nanny Sue up to her amazing tricks again, the morning had started with some painting, decorating some sick bowls, and bathing all his animals to make sure they're keeping up with the BMT cleanliness standards.
So we're taking the time to get out today. I'm just out with my mum at the minute, currently walking around the park. Kate's with Teddy. And it's an important time to talk about mental health. Over the last few weeks, we've been struggling a lot. As you can imagine, what we've taken on is huge amounts of pressure, huge amounts of emotional ties. And yeah, it's important that we look after each other and our mental health, because in situations like this, sometimes you don't actually know how much stuff is bubbling under the surface. And so my mum has wanted to get me out and have a quick chat about how I was doing and how I was feeling and whatever, and it's got me thinking a lot about potentially how hard this is actually going to be to finish this and get home once and for all. When we do finally go home is when the barriers could all collapse and we could suddenly start pulling the plug out of a bath. We could finally really release the floodgates. So really nice to talk to her, because it's just made us a little bit more aware of situations that we've been through, and just to kind of look after ourselves. So anyone that is struggling, remember, a problem shared is a problem halved, and just make sure you speak up and look after that mental health, because it's so important in or out of this situation. One of the other things to note is that both myself and Katie as a relationship as well, we're two individuals. We deal with things and absorb things and deliver things so differently. And so when sometimes the situation gets heated, it's, we have difference of opinions, you know. We react differently to every situation, and it's just important to know that neither are wrong or right, and that just take each other softly and slowly, like treat each other how you want to be treated, and just be open-minded that different opinions don't necessarily mean they're wrong. And I'm so proud of myself and Katie are, like, with everything that we've been through. Yeah, we've bickered on a day-to-day basis, but the pressures are high, you know, like the situation's unrealistic to a normal situation. but over the last 6 months we've had more stress on our relationship than we ever will have, and we're pretty solid, and so I'm hugely proud of us as parents, but also as I'm married. So yeah.
Having someone like my mum being a huge part of our journey has helped beyond words, by her just being present with both of us, giving words of advice when needed, and most importantly being a huge safety net below us to catch us when we have fallen, stand us back up and push us forward again. As Katie and I aren't superhuman, we are just two parents trying to handle one of life's biggest challenges in the best way possible. And this journey would have been so much harder if we didn't have the support of all of our lovely family around us that have been the foundations to our strength over the last 6 months, and we are eternally grateful for this. After a lovely lunch in the park, it was time to head back to hospital and join Katie in time for meds. Due to getting closer to that demon word of discharge, all of Teddy's medication had changed from IV to oral. This was in preparation for us to be able to do them in the comfort of our own home. To prepare us for our new role as a full-time carers, the nurses push us to make all the meds and administer them ourselves, so we are comfortable and confident in doing this before we go home. To just see Teddy even attempt to eat normal foods is just incredible, even if the majority was ejected. Progress is progress, and we celebrate any small wins here on Room 5 Foxwood. After a lovely day in the hospital all together, it was time for a bath and to get our cub ready for bed, before myself and Katie were able to leave the hospital again for a night thanks to good old Nanny Sue. But before we left, we got to experience some top tier entertainment.
So come on ladies, assume position. Shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, and eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, Yay! We're leaving again. Thank God for gravity, otherwise we'd be going insane. Have a nice chilled evening. I think we're going to go out for some Thai food. Head back for a nice early night to chop that early meat. Top that cut back up. Come on, a Teddy B. We're making progress. I cannot tell you how good it feels to have consecutive nights off from the hospital, just to go and touch base in the day and have to be able to leave in the evening together. It's just incredible. It's just so nice just to feel normal and be a normal parent and normal relationship, just to go home and have dinner together, and yeah, it's amazing. So we're going to enjoy tonight. Fingers crossed for a safe night with Teddy, and reconvene tomorrow to push forward for another day towards our journey home. But he's been incredible spirits today. My mum is, I'm pretty sure she's just a lucky omen. Every time she comes up, she always has a really nice night with him, and is also he's just on top form. So fingers crossed. But I think I can see a Katie coming up my rear. There she is, coming in full swing. What a time to be alive. Time for some Thai food. Let's go. Bloody hell, someone's hungry. I've never seen her cycle so fast. I can't catch up with her. Glad we're somebody's recycling bin.
Good morning. It is Tuesday. We just had the bank holiday weekend. Weekends are always a bit of a funny one for us because that's when Teddy usually decides to have some dramas, but this weekend's been great. His TPN is now finished. All his meds are oral and he's tolerating his fees. The rash has gone down, the arse is fine. So yeah, just waiting for ward round today to find out if and when they're happy for us to, dare I say it, go home. Fingers crossed.
Be careful, mister.
Hello. Still tired? Who's behind you? Where's Mama?
Oh, baby, you can just relax again. Hello.
You look amazing, mister, don't you? Say, can we go home yet? Please let us go home and start to build our life. Teddy, why you look so good? Thumbs up. You look sensational. Manifesting positivity for a good ward round. Yes. Nay.
We're gonna go for a walk. So yeah.
Show me what it's like to be circling among the clouds. Because without you by my side, I would be stuck here on the ground. You're lighting up the way, I can see the road ahead of me.
Should we say, can we go home now? Yeah. See Willow. We need to go home and see the dog, don't we?
It's that Tuesday feeling when you know that ward round is looming. So in a couple of hours, the consultants will all come together after their meeting and tell us our plan for the next few days, which will dictate whether we can start looking forward to potential discharge or not. He is presenting so well, so we just got to hope that it continues and they give us some good news. Just the thought of going home just honestly gives me goosebumps. It gives me huge amounts of butterflies. Just the thought process of how close normality is now, and we just don't want to jinx it, because last time we did that, we had all the discharge meetings and things like that, and then lo and behold, 2 weeks later we're still here. So, but positive mental attitude and all that, and we're gonna keep our fingers crossed for good news.
To say we were nervous was a huge understatement, but everything on this journey is controlled by Teddy, and we will leave when he is ready.
What is your ward round prediction?
That we can go home on Thursday.
Is that it?
What's yours?
I think that they will potentially discharge on Friday after the last ward round meeting.
With today's date being Tuesday the 29th of August, our predictions were in. Now we wait.
Wow, Ted, are your horse and your sheep having lunch with you? Should we give some to your horse? Go yum 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 yum.
Chewy, cheesy, messy, gooey with yummy toppings over it. Pizza!
So Teddy is having his medication, which I'm not even going to try and say, but it's rituximab apparently, and it is to treat his EBV that he had. So he scored 200,000 last time, and after his first dose of this, it came down to 60,000, which is great. So we're just having one more dose of this to hopefully eliminate it completely. But we are still waiting for ward round, aren't we, Doody? Keeping our fingers crossed tightly. As we patiently wait for ward round, we know nothing else to do but snack and rub ourselves in cake.
The wait was over. The doctors had been in. Was our gut-wrenching hospital journey finally coming to a close? Were we finally allowed to pack up our life and head home? Were we finally going to have to step out our safety blanket of Great Ormond Street Hospital? Was this our time?
They've just said that we might be going home in 2 days. It's so overwhelming. So our doctors just come in, and she was really happy with him. And she said that she's gonna try and get us home in the next 2 days. I think we might be going home. It's ridiculous. It seems so stupid getting upset about it, but it's so overwhelming. I just literally burst into tears in front of her. It's so overwhelming to after 6 months of this hell, I think it might be coming to an end. I'm so proud of you, mate. Got to tell Kate now. It seems so crazy to get upset about it, but you've got no understanding how big this is for us. For the last 182 days, we have been up here, committed our life to saving our son's life, and to be told that we potentially are able to go home and have the opportunity again to rebuild our life back up to where it was and beyond. And this is our chance again. So it's hugely overwhelming. Just the thought of being able to see the dog again and be in our home together as a family and just start this next chapter of our journey is just incredible. But also on the same hand, so petrifyingly scary, because once we leave here, we're hoping to leave here for good and only be coming up as like day patients rather than ever an inpatient. We don't want to leave here and leave the security blanket of Paul's house and everything else we have up here to then have to go home and then he'd fall ill again and us get readmitted. So our thought process has always been, when we get the opportunity to leave here, we need to be confident within him, confident within ourselves, and leave here hopefully once and for all. So, but yeah, Wednesday or Thursday is what she was saying, and it's Tuesday today. Madness, but it's the news we all wanted. Come on, Super Ted, this is the end now, mate. You have done it. And then our battle to that milestone of that first year starts. Come on, baby.
Teddy, how incredible is it that we are potentially going to be going home in 2 days to see your doggy?
You gonna say something then?
You feel me yet? Teddy, are we gonna go home? Gonna go home? Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. So we've had ward around today and they have said that we can go home tomorrow or Thursday. Logistically, probably Thursday. But they're very happy with Teddy and we just need to get between now and going home with no fevers. So every set of obs is giving me pure anxiety that he's going to spike a fever. But hopefully not. Hopefully we've finally finished. And yeah, hopefully we'll be seeing us ring that bell.
Today's daily fresh air was different. We finally felt like the world had been lifted off our shoulders. We knew we still had the biggest stage ahead with his road to recovery. But that was tomorrow's problem. Today we got a beer and Prosecco and cheers to our journey, in the very same park that we had walked around for the last 182 days.
Feel like a right tramp. Love a park bench beer.
Cheers to Teddy, our little cub that has been put through more in the last 6 months than the majority would experience in a lifetime. Cheers to the end of treatment and forever being your mum and dad's biggest role model. And cheers to it being our time to ring that bell and start our new chapter.
There's a lot of fake tempting going on here, but we are essentially walking back to Paul's house for the last time with Teddy. If tomorrow night is the last night, my mum's going to do the last night with him just so we can go back to Paul's house and get packed and pack the car and what have you. But yeah, there's a lot of last time we're doing this sort of situation happening, which is crazy. And the nerves are very high. We had a little bit of a hiccup today with the CNS potentially saying that it was going to be Thursday, Friday discharge rather than Wednesday, Thursday, which is just kind of put a spanner in the works. But a couple of emails back and forth and we think we managed to sort it because everything looks like it's on track and in place for us to finally be discharged on Thursday. So fingers are tightly crossed. Hopefully 2 more nights and then we should be ringing that bell on Thursday at some point and entering our car, which we've been longing to do, and making tracks back to the countryside where we all belong. So fingers crossed for no hiccups.
Bye-bye. 2 more days.
Goodbye. Enjoy, I love you too. There they go. I have a mammoth task on my hands now to get about 5 days worth of washing done because we've left it too long because just shit got in the way. So I'll Operation Wash Our Life. Right, washing. Let's go. As I'm waiting for somebody else's washing, I thought I'd mention something that's been really incredible for us to keep referring to throughout this whole experience, and it's from a book called The Horse, the Boy, the Fox and the Mole. And there's part of the story in one of the pages is where the horse and the boy go for a walk through the woods, and the boy says to the horse, "I can't see a way through," and the horse says back to the boy, "Can you see your next step?" And the boy replies, "Yes," and the horse replies, "Well, just take that step." And that's something that we've referred to through the whole of this whole experience, because things can become extremely overwhelming and our future looks completely murky, and you can find yourself down many rabbit warrens about Teddy's diagnosis and where our future is going to go, when actually all you need to worry about is taking that next step, and that's enough. So for anyone else out there that's struggling, things are becoming overwhelming, life becomes too much, then just concentrate on the smaller things and just concentrate on understanding what that next step is, and as long as you can see it, you just need to take it and then do the same and repeat, and hopefully things won't be as overwhelming as looking at such a huge picture from a wide angle lens. We know that best, especially with Teddy's diagnosis and the statistics we were given them at the start. So yeah, celebrate those small wins. I wonder if this will be the last Caesar salad I ever have, because I've eaten these consistently for so long. It's the only thing I can actually get my head around eating. I don't mind. But yeah, I'm not really sure I ever want to see another one again, to be honest. But for now, come on a Caesar salad. Oh, good Lord, look at that. All done. But you know what? I just met and had the most incredible experience in the washing room with a lady who is basically starting her journey. To be able to talk to her whilst I was folding our washing and tell her and reassure her, and the weirdest thing is she's going on to Fox Ward. Room 12, she was in Elephant Ward, room 7, which is where we were at with her daughter. To be able to reassure her and tell her how incredible our experience has been here in terms of the quality of staff and the most amazing nurses and how everyone cares is really, really humbling, to be honest with you. Like, it was just amazing just to be able to speak from a perspective of we're at the end and we're meant to be going home in 2 days, touch wood, and she's just starting her journey. And I remember to this day of how it feels to start that journey and how terrifying and just heartbreaking it is, and to be able to reassure her hugely in terms of the fact that she'll be alright and her child will be fine and the quality of care is unbelievable was amazing. It really, really was. And I had folded my washing and we were sat there both on the washing machine and drying machine just chatting, and it's amazing to be able to give back to somebody that's about to start this huge journey and know that they will be fine just like we have been. And so yeah, that meant a lot. It meant a hell of a lot. This is how bad our washing got. I've got one pair of boxers and a sock. Thank God for the washing.
Good morning, it is Wednesday the 30th of August, and I hope, I pray, I've just done my very last night in room 5, Fox Ward, with Teddy. Yeah, it's 8:15 and I'm already out walking because Teddy decided to get up at 5. I didn't sleep very well, just a bit of anxiety around going home and something going wrong before we actually get to leave and all the usual things. Teddy did some dancing to Baby Shark. I've started our sorting process before we pack everything. This morning I've done all Teddy's food cupboard and all his snack box and everything, so that's all tidy, ready for sorting out the next thing later. So yeah, fingers crossed, 24 hours. So Teddy fell asleep and we've just come to see Daddy.
This time tomorrow, if all being well, we could be driving from Paul's house, all packed up, to Great Ormond Street Hospital to finally go home. What an incredible statement that is. But until we're doing that, don't believe it. So we have to get through today. We're going to start packing up a few bits, but not too much. My mum's coming up tonight to relieve us for the evening, just to get everything packed, and we should hope by tonight that if nothing's gone wrong by then, and we should have confirmation by then whether we're officially going home, we will pack up Paul's house, ready to set for the countryside in the morning. Come on, Teddy B.
That brings this video to a close. Join us next Sunday when we finally pack up Paul's house, have our emotional pack up of room 5 Fox Ward, we head out for our final dinner, and you guessed it, the wait is over. But, like everything on this journey, nothing is ever straight forward. And remember, live for today, as tomorrow is never promised. See you Sunday!